Hello everyone, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing a Q&A. It is my 3-year vegan anniversary on Thursday, April 11th, and I kind of can't believe that it's been 3 years because it's gone by really quickly. And yeah, I was so excited, so I figured we'd do a Q&A. I had you guys send me questions on Instagram, and you guys sent me a lot of questions. You sent me like almost 50 questions. We're gonna do 33 of them today. I'll have timestamps all down below so you can like jump around because I know this is going to be a long video. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. All right, so the first question, what is your favorite protein source? I love tofu. That is probably my favorite protein source. I eat it like probably 4 to 5 times a week. I also really like little like mock meats. When you're in a rush, what's your absolute go-to easy vegan lunch? That's kind of hard because lunch is actually usually when I take my pictures that you guys see on Instagram. But if I'm really in a rush, probably spring rolls, or like if I just have leftovers, I'll throw it all into a bowl and maybe like add some more fresh veggies or something in there. Did you decide to go vegan for the environment, your health, or animals? So I started out initially for health reasons, and then I stuck with it for ethical. I have a whole video talking all about why I'm vegan on my channel, so I'll link that up below for you guys if you want to watch that whole video because it goes way more in depth. What does your weekly grocery list look like? So I guess it changes every week because I'm always making different recipes, and I just kind of like buy what I need for those recipes, for those videos. I mean, I always have like fresh fruit, fresh veggies, tofu in the house. Otherwise, it's pretty different every week depending on what recipes I'm making. Do you ever miss eating meat or seafood? No way. I didn't like seafood before I went vegan, and I liked very little meat, so I don't really miss it now. What was the most difficult non-vegan food to let go? There's 2 things that I've missed that I've still missed that I think I said this last year in a video, and it is Carvel soft serve ice cream. If you're from the northeast of America or like Florida or anything, you know Carvel soft serve ice cream is pretty damn good, I won't lie. And vegan soft serve is not really like a thing too much yet. Other thing was or is my mom's meatballs. My mom makes the best meatballs in the world. It's more like sentimental and nostalgic rather than like I'm actually missing the ground beef, because I make vegan meatballs all the time, but it's just kind of like that like Sunday dinner kind of thing. What is your favorite food to make? That's a hard one. I have a lot of things that I love to make. I really just love experimenting. I've been loving playing around with fresh pastas and like dumplings and things like that. I don't know. That's like a really hard one because there's a lot of things that I like to make. Are you the only vegan in your house? Do you get backlash from others? Yeah, I'm the only vegan in my house. I'm the only vegan that I know. Actually, I don't know any other vegans in real life, just all my friends online. And no, I don't get any backlash. I'm very fortunate to have a very supportive group of friends and family, and just everybody, like, nobody really cares. Did you ever have health issues because of veganism and tips to avoid them? And then this second question kind of goes with it, but so what supplements do I take? No. I have never had any health issues because of veganism. Tips to avoid them, take your supplements. So what supplements do I take? I take a multivitamin, the Garden of Life Women's Multivitamin. Sometimes I take vitamin D, and I take vitamin B12. Those are the only supplements I take. I do have to go back to the doctor and get a physical because I haven't had one in like 2 years. And I should really go get a blood test just to make sure that all my levels are okay and everything's good, and I don't need to put any other supplements or like anything else going in my body. Tips to avoid health issues: be aware of your body, know what you're putting into your body. You know, like it's really easy to be like, wow, I've been so tired, but like maybe you're getting your period next week and maybe that's why you've been tired, and like, you know, things like that, because I think we all get freaked out. It's like, oh, if you're B12 deficient, you're gonna be tired and you're gonna be sluggish, but like look at what's going on in the rest of your life before you assume that like you're dying. Especially with all these like no longer vegan videos, everyone's like, wow, I had a stomach ache one time, so like I must have something wrong too, and that's not the case. Like maybe you just had something that didn't agree with your stomach, you know what I mean? Be aware of your body, go to the doctor, talk to nutritionists if you feel that it's something that you need. I really always tell people to track their food on Chronometer, make sure you're getting your vitamins and minerals, make sure everything looks good, and don't freak out. Like, I don't know, I think it's really easy to like sit there and be like, I had a headache and my stomach hurt, and so like obviously I must be doing something wrong, or like I must be like sick and not healthy. That's not to say that maybe you aren't, but like just look at it in the grand scheme of things. You know, like a headache every other month or like every other week or something is probably not that big of a deal. If you're having headaches for a month long, then that's a separate issue. I feel like I took a really roundabout way to answer that question. All right, next question. Are my dogs vegan? in terms of their food and like any clothing that they wear. No, my dogs are not vegan. They eat meat. I know dogs can be vegan, but I don't know. I don't really believe in that. I think that they were meant to eat meat, and I think that's what they should be eating. My dogs don't really wear outfits. I have like a few little sweatshirts for Bella, and every time I put them on her, she ripped them off. And my dogs don't wear collars or leashes or anything because they're primarily in the house. I have one little harness that's made out of like cloth and like stuff, like it's nothing, there's no leather. If I were to buy them dog clothes, then I would definitely make sure that they were, you know, like man-made materials and nothing that they was like leather or anything like that, just because I don't want to support that, and they don't really care what they're wearing. But in terms of their food, I'm going to keep them non-vegan. This is a good one. What is the worst part about being vegan? When there is no food options at a restaurant. There's been so many times when my dinner is like steamed broccoli and maybe a baked potato if I'm lucky. I really wish more places would have options. I really wish more places would be aware of what veganism is. You know, we're getting there. I recently went to Bear Burger. I think they're in like New York and California. I'm not really sure where else. And like they made half of their menu vegan. And I think that's so awesome. And I feel like I wish more places would do that because I think it would bring in more business and it'd be better and it would just make things less awkward for ordering. Yeah, eating out at restaurants is probably the worst part about being vegan. Other than that, I really love it and I have no complaints. What do you say / do when people challenge you about your veganism? And how did you deal with family members who don't agree with your vegan lifestyle? I'm pretty lucky because I haven't had anybody that's really like fought me on it or been like, you can't be vegan. I mean, I'm 26 years old. I went vegan when I was 23. So like, you can't really like tell me not to be vegan. I'm an adult. A lot of messages from like younger kids who are like 14 to 16 and they're like, you know, my parents cook my dinner and they make my food and they don't want me to be vegan. And I feel really bad when I see that because it's like, really, what's the big deal? If I were in that situation and somebody was kind of like pushing the issue a lot and like not listening to what I was saying, then I would just walk away because I'm not gonna waste my time and my breath on somebody who's not going to like listen to what I'm saying and not going to listen and respect my thoughts and ideas. I respect everybody else's lifestyles, whatever it is that they choose to do. So I don't really understand what the big deal is about mine. What inspired me to go vegan and what was your why to be vegan? Again, you can watch the video because that'll go more into depth. I was trying to get healthier, I was trying to lose weight, and then I stuck with it because I watched Cowspiracy and What the Health. I will not watch Earthlings. It was basically for like my health at first, and then I stuck with it for the animals, and then like environment comes third. All right, what is your favorite vegan cheese, vegan chicken nuggets, favorite vegan meal, and vegan restaurant? Whew. Okay, let's do this. Vegan cheese is probably Follow Your Heart, but I also really like the new Daiya cutting board shreds, and those Whole Foods cheeses that I taste tested were really good too. Vegan chicken nuggets, I like the Whole Foods 365 little chicken nugget things. They taste like McDonald's. Favorite vegan meal, literally cannot choose. I love food way too much to pick anything. And vegan restaurant, I love Champ's Diner in Brooklyn and Blossom restaurants in Manhattan. Those are both amazing. Is there anything that you own non-vegan that you are scared people will find and point out about? Yes. I have not made any non-vegan purchases in the last 3 years. However, I have things that I have kept. For example, designer bags, and my car has leather seats. So there has been times at the beginning where like I wanted to do like what I eat in a day vlog kind of things, and I was scared to vlog in my car because my car has leather seats and I didn't really feel like dealing with people saying things. Bought the car before I went vegan and I'm paying it off. Like, I'm not gonna get rid of the car, obviously. Things like that. Yeah, I'm really scared because people are critical, people are judgmental, you know, but now I've made every conscious effort to make sure everything that I buy is vegan friendly. And if it's not and I screw up like and I can't return it, then I just kind of use it until I can't anymore. What do you think about people who aren't vegan? I hate them. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't know any vegans in real life, really. I've met like 1 or 2, so I'm surrounded by non-vegans every day. I don't really care all that much. It'd be awesome if people went vegan. It'd be awesome if people were more open to it. What am I gonna do? Stop loving my family because they aren't vegan? We don't live in a vegan world. I don't think we will in my lifetime, unfortunately. I don't know if we ever will. And yeah, I think anybody who's non-vegan, I just wish that they would at least listen to what people are saying and keep an open mind when trying things, and like keep an open mind and keep an open heart. But other than that, you know, like what am I gonna do? Hate the rest of the world? Like, I already barely like people as it is. I'm such a grouch. Like, I just really don't like people, but I don't like them for their character and qualities, not because they're not vegan. Okay, I'm really on a tangent here. How long did it take you to transition? About 4 months was my transition period. I love that because I always feel like it sounds like you're becoming a vampire. Like, how long was your transition? Did you lose weight when you went vegan? Do you feel better, and in what way? So yeah, when I went vegan, I lost a lot of weight because I was dieting and I was eating probably like 1,500 to 1,600 calories a day. Now I am running a food blog, and you guys seem to just love those homemade pastas and dumplings and all the things that have probably contributed to me gaining some weight. I feel better, like, now because I've been vegan for so long, everything I felt in the beginning, like, it's just kind of like, this is how it is. Not really having as bad of asthma and allergies, not really having to deal with as many stomach issues, not having as many headaches, not feeling as tired, you know, like, now that's just kind of like life. Have you ever thought of being non-vegan again? No. I have never, like, thought that. If a time, Bella, we're in a serious moment and she ruined it. If a time comes, let's say, where for some reason I needed to no longer be vegan, like because of serious health issues, I would do everything in my power to fix it while being a vegan. Animal products make me so incredibly sad, and I don't have any desire to eat meat. I don't have any desire to eat eggs. I don't have any desire to eat cheese or dairy or like anything. Like, it does not appeal to me. I don't even really register that as food anymore because it does literally nothing for me. So no, I've never thought about it. I don't want to ever not be a vegan, but you know, you don't really know what the future is going to hold, and you don't really know what could happen in the future. Of course, the only thing I could ever say is, like, if I were so sick, like so incredibly sick that my life literally depended on it, then I guess I wouldn't have a choice because I don't really want to die. As long as I'm healthy and everything's fine and everything's good and whatever, then I will always be vegan. How did you handle cravings in the beginning? The only thing that I really craved a lot was pizza. I love pizza. I mean, who doesn't love pizza? And you know what? I would be lying to you guys if I said there weren't a few times in the beginning when I wasn't fully vegan that I ate it, and like maybe 1 or 2 times in my like beginning of my 30 vegan day journey. I'll give you like a little summary real quick, but I was trying to lose weight, I was cut out dairy products, and then I was challenging myself to being vegan for 30 days from April 11th to like May 11th, and then it just stuck from there. So like there might have been like 1 or 2 times like I was really drunk because I was like a pretty girl, woo, and I wanted pizza at like 4 a.m. But yeah, other than that, I didn't really have any big cravings, and if I was craving something, I did my best to replace it in a vegan form or kind of like figure out why like I was craving, like maybe I was craving something salty or, you know, like creamy. Do you think it would be safe to go vegan while nursing? So I get a lot of questions actually from women about being pregnant and having kids and raising kids, and you know, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian, I am not a specialist, I am nothing. I am a girl, like that's all I am. Like, I'm just a random girl who went vegan, who you guys like their recipes. So I don't really feel it's my position to give medical advice. Do I think it would be safe? Yeah, like I think it's probably fine, and I think there are plenty of women who have done it. I'm not a doctor, you can't take my advice. I don't really think it's my position to give medical advice, so you should definitely talk to your doctor. There are definitely certain nutrients that you need to make sure you're getting if you're going to nurse and be vegan. As with anybody, like when you're nursing, you need to make sure that you're having vitamins and minerals and certain things so that your baby is healthy. In short, yes, I think it's healthy, but you should definitely talk to a doctor. What are the best vegan destinations? Vegas looked great. So in case you guys didn't know, I was just in Vegas last week, and there are so many vegan options there. It's awesome. There was like a whole buffet, and like I had French toast, and I had like a tofu scrambled omelet, and like I like ate myself silly there. Other than that, I haven't traveled too much while being vegan. I went to the Bahamas a few times. I don't know. I mean, you're at a resort, so like you just kind of gotta like deal with what you can eat and like figure it out. You know, potatoes, avocado toast, like the usual kind of stuff. There's a lot of amazing places that I want to go that look awesome for vegans, like Thailand and Bali look incredible, and then like I've heard Berlin has a really big vegan scene, in London. I haven't been to that many places while I've been vegan, so you know, there's always happycow.com. You can use that, and that'll show you a lot of places wherever you are. What is your favorite Indian food? I don't really like Indian food. I've tried it a few times. I like the lentils with some like ginger and a little curry with rice. That's really great. But other than that, I am really not a big Indian food fan, which is a shame because I know There's so many options. What keeps you motivated to keep creating content? You guys, your responses, your positivity, your loving of recipes, all of it. Like when you guys try out recipes, that's what makes me the most happy, the most fulfilled, and that's what keeps me motivated to keep creating more. And this is also my job, so I want, to be financially stable. What and who are your biggest sources of inspiration when it comes to creating new recipes and photos? There are a lot of people. We would be here all day if I had a list, but I have made so many incredibly talented friends on Instagram whose pictures are just like out of this world. And like I look at their pictures and I look at mine and I'm like, I have so much to learn and so much to do, which is great because I'm really all about like learning and growing and growing and developing. I mean, my biggest sources of inspiration for recipes is definitely from my family, from the foods that we ate, from the foods that I ate growing up. And then like a lot of times I'll just sit there on Pinterest and just like look around, and like I look a lot at actually non-vegan recipes, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna veganize it, I'm gonna do this and this and this. What inspired you to share your love of food with us all? So growing up in an Italian household, that was how, we show love, is like you give food, you make a delicious meal for your relatives, for your family. And I think I've always had that in me. Like in college, I wasn't vegan, but like in my sorority, like I would always be ready to like cook for my sorority sisters and like share the food that I had made. I just think that that's like how you show love, and that's how you show, like just that you care about somebody. I guess I just made these recipes and people started to really like them, and it just kind of kept growing from there. And like now I'm just really lucky that I get to do something that I love, and I get to share this with you guys. And like that's like the best thing I could have ever asked for, aside from hopefully owning a restaurant one day where I can actually like really share the food with you. Next one, how you be keeping them recipes so fancy and delicious, G. I love that. I don't know. I figured by now I would be a little bit more burnt out, but it's like I sit in bed and I'm like, oh, yes, like this is a great idea, and this is a great idea, and like we can do this and we can do that. I just have tons and tons of recipes for you guys, and like I have a list on my computer where I just keep writing everything out. I guess that's how I keep them so fancy. This one was sent to me on YouTube, and I want to read the whole thing for you guys because I think it's a really, really good question. As humans, we naturally judge each other, and that tends to lead to division. Even within the vegan community, there's hardship. Is it challenging being positive, especially on social media with your platform? Do you feel pressure to put forth a huge effort to be a part of the change? So yes, it is definitely challenging being positive. People are really mean, and luckily I don't get too much hate, but I do get some, and there are sometimes when I'm just kind of like, I lose it, and I like, if you follow me on Instagram, that's like the few times when I like will like screenshot someone's comments and be like, kind of in a ranty mood. But most of the time I try and kill people with kindness, and I just try and like take the high road, and I try not to engage with that. Okay, and then this next part, with your platform, do you feel pressure to put forth a huge effort to be a part of the change? Yeah, definitely. I try my best to like be happy and positive and put out this really good image just to be positive. And like that's kind of how I've always been, is that like I'd rather lead through example. I'd rather lead through showing people being a vegan is healthy and exciting and fun, rather than like making people feel bad. There's just been a lot of judging, and it's very easy to judge people, and it's very easy to look at people's lives and feel a certain way and make comments. I'm not for that. I don't like that. I think that's like, really, it's like cyberbullying in a way. I'm very against that. I don't know, I'm very by the mentality, if you have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Keep your thoughts to yourself, unless somebody is causing physical harm to somebody else or an animal or something crazy like that. Of course you can speak up. And we're down to our last 3 questions. Do you love living in New York? Yes, I do. I am a New Yorker through and through. I do not like other places that I've lived. Well, I haven't really lived too many other places. I've only lived really in Pittsburgh when I went to college, and it was really nice there, and like it was fun, but like I was very happy to be back home. Favorite place you've ever traveled to? Ooh, that's hard. I went to Italy a few years ago, and that was like heaven. That was like my dream trip. That was the only place I've ever wanted to go in my whole life, and it's just as amazing as I thought it was going to be. But I also love the Bahamas. That water is just stunning, and it's beautiful, and like it's my favorite thing in the world. So I don't know, between Italy and the Bahamas, it's like pretty close. Last question, favorite movie and TV show? Okay, if you guys follow me on Instagram, then you already know I love The Office. It's like the only show I've ever watched on like repeat multiple times. Favorite movie? I don't know. I don't really have one because I love a lot of movies. I mean, I could be like quintessential and say like I love the old Disney movies like Lion King, Little Mermaid, and Beauty and the Beast are my favorites of those. I really love The Hangover. That movie makes me laugh every time I watch it. Have a lot of movies I love, so it's hard to pick a favorite. All right, guys, and that was our Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel like maybe you know me a little better now. I am so excited that I've been vegan for 3 years. I think it's really awesome. If you have any other questions that you want to ask me or DM me on Instagram, feel free to reach out. I will always answer you guys. Yeah, thank you to everybody who sent me questions. It was really fun to answer them, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So I will see you on Sunday with a recipe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.